Moin Leute und herzlich willkommen zu einer weiteren Folge von Genshin Impact. Wir sind immer noch am Legendenauftrag von Zhongli, heute der zweite Teil. Falls ihr den ersten Teil noch nicht gesehen habt, habe ich ihn euch in der Infokarte verlinkt oder alternativ auch in der Videobeschreibung. Ansonsten wünsche ich euch viel Spaß mit der Folge und let's go!
Off we go.
Ist das die Ruine, die ich meine? Ich habe da letztens so eine Ruine gefunden, aber da konnte ich nicht rein. Und da war ich verwirrt, wie ich da reinkommen soll, weil es gab auch keine Hinweise. Dann habe ich danach gegoogelt, da stand, ja, die Ruine ist aktuell nicht zugänglich und man weiß auch nicht, wie man da reinkommen soll. Wenn jetzt aber der Legendenauftrag was damit zu tun hat, wäre mega nice. Haben die sogar auf der Karte markiert, sehe ich gerade, dann muss es die sein. Ja, sieht
Off we
gut
go.
aus.
I heard that Teil was once the home of the god of Salt's people. Therefore, there's sure to be loads of valuable relics nearby.
Mhm.
According to legend, the people of the god of Salt, Havria, enjoyed prosperous lives under her protection. But this legend has been around for ages. With the countless scrap collectors and treasure hoarders in the area, there probably aren't many valuable things left here.
Oh, good. That's just great. If I knew it was picked this clean before, I wouldn't have come.
About that, I know there's a ruin deep in this cave here. It's related to the god of salt, which is actually how the area originally got its name of Salterai. However, the ruin entrance has been sealed by a mysterious power. Nobody has been able to break the seal.
Wir haben Zhongli, sein Gott. Wie wäre es mit Siegel aufbrechen?
I found a mechanism that seemed to be related to the seal, but when I undid the mechanism, the seal wasn't affected at all. So at the moment, the seal's origin and how to break it are very important topics in my research on the god of salt.
Das ist eine Verbindung zu Rex
I
Lapis.
don't know. There's no concrete evidence. But I'm pretty sure the seal is meant to hide some kind of long-forgotten truth. The god of salt was a benevolent god, adored by the people, not to mention powerful. She wouldn't have any kind of shameful secrets to hide. So, the one who wants to hide some truth is very possibly her killer, Morax.
Das klingt nicht gerade nach etwas, was der Herr von Geo tun würde.
Who cares about all that? It sounds like countless treasures of the god of Salt lie within this ruin, just waiting for someone to find them, right?
Ja, der Typ regt da richtig auf.
You weren't listening at all, were you? Ugh. Even if there's a mountain of treasures inside, nobody can get in if the seal isn't broken.
Ah, but we have the illustrious Mr. Zhongli with us. He looks like he knows just about everything. A little seal shouldn't be any trouble for him.
This seal seems to be quite ancient. Even Mr. Zhongli may not know all of its secrets.
Ja, unterschätze ihn nicht.
I may know something about it.
What?
Reaktion.
Over the years, I've heard various rumors with bits of knowledge about seals. Although their references seem rather disorderly, they do in fact contain the secret to breaking seals. Let's go take a look at the mechanism Miss Wanyan just mentioned.
Okay, since Mr. Zhongli says so, follow me then.
Gehe zur ersten Vorrichtung. Wo ist die erste Vorrichtung? Ach, da hinten. Okay. Das Ding da greift mich doch bestimmt nicht an, oder? Ah, okay, sieht schlecht aus.
Off we go!
Einfach wegrennen. Keine Lust zum Kämpfen. Oh Gott.
Here it is. There's some debris scattered here that, when put together, look like they definitely had to do with the god of salt. According to the inscription on the side, if one looks from a certain angle, the secret to the mechanism will be revealed.
Hier zur zweiten
See that?
Vorrichtung.
Although we activated the mechanism, nothing happened to the seal.
That's because there's actually another mechanism that must be activated.
Another?
Let me lead the way from here.
This place seems familiar. Huh, I remember. I think there's some elemental monuments here. So you're saying they're related to all this? When I investigated the seal last time, I had someone with a vision accompany me. But when we lit up all the elemental monuments, nothing happened.
That's because you don't just need to activate them at the same time, but in a certain order as well. Otherwise, the seal will not be broken. The secret to this puzzle is hidden in the legends about the Archon War. Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. All desolate and devoid of life. Liyue is vast, yet even one haven is hard to find.
Okay.
To the north, to the east. Do the people of Liyue always talk in riddles?
I think I've heard this saying before.
Certainly you have. And the contents of this saying are also related to the god of salt. To provide a haven for her people, whose lives had been ravaged by the Archon War. This benevolent god searched all across Liyue. At that time, with the chaotic fires of war engulfing the land, even one sliver of peace was a luxury. And that haven she eventually found is right here. Today, it is known as Sal Terai.
How sad then. In the end, this peaceful place was destroyed by Morax.
Okay, enough with these ancient stories. Now that we have the clue, hurry up and break the seal. Whatever happened doesn't matter as long as we can get inside that ruin.
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north.
Süden, Osten, Westen,
With
Norden.
this clue, you should be able to solve the puzzle.
Süden, Westen, Osten, Norden. Wo waren die Dinge? Also. Süden. Osten. Dann Westen. Gehe zum Schauplatz des gebrochenen Siegels.
Look! The seal really was broken! Mr. Zhongli is indeed quite remarkable.
It was nothing,
Ah.
really. Now, it's time that people learn the hidden truth lost to time. Before entering the ruin, I have a proposal that will help us prevent the kind of senseless arguing between you two
Oh
that
ja,
we
das war
saw
ganz
at
toll.
Julianstone Forest.
Okay. What is it?
I propose you two agree upon a contract, stipulating that we alternate who gets claim to each treasure we encounter, with only one object permitted per claim. To
Okay.
show my sincerity, I won't be taking any treasure. This will just be between you all.
Wird auch keine nehmen. Hey, lass eine solche Möglichkeit nicht einfach aus.
I don't agree. I mean, you want me to split the treasure with this amateur archaeologist? No, absolutely not.
I don't agree either. He will only defile the precious relics left behind by the god of salt. I can't accept this.
Well then, if the contract is not agreed upon, I will no longer serve as your consultant on this expedition. You will have to rely on your own experience to find whatever treasures are hidden in this ruin, as well as traps.
You have the audacity to demand this. Okay then. Even half of the treasure in the long-sealed ruin of the God of Salt should be enough to make a fortune.
If you want me to agree upon this contract, so be it. I just have one request, Mr. Zhongli. If we discover the truth behind the god of salt, you must judge it fairly, even if the truth harms Morax's image.
Okay, ich glaube, es soll kein Problem sein.
I can accept this arrangement. Well then, let's go.
Was ist denn hier? Teleportationsmove freigeschaltet. Ich sehe keinen Teleporter. Steige tiefer in die Höhle hinab. Oh Gott. Da ist eine Blume und die ist selten. Die nehme ich mit. Oh, da ist eine Kiste. Nehme ich auch noch mit. So. gehen wir da hin? Oh, das sieht ja nice aus. Vielleicht nehme ich doch noch Zhongli mit in die Truppe. Der ist gut zum Steine farmen. Alles voller Schätze. Noch mehr. Das ist sehr wertvoll, weil das ist erstens sehr ätzend zu finden, weil es irgendwie keinen definitiven Spot auf der Map gibt, sondern überall verteilt ist und ich brauche es zum Aufleveln von Zhongli. Deshalb immer mitnehmen. Und diese andere Blume hier braucht man zum Aufleveln von dem neuen Feuercharakter Xinyan. Oh. Eine seltsame Statue, die aus Salz besteht. Die Salzgöttin konnte also Leute in Salz verwandeln.
Are these statues?
No. These are people.
Ugh.
They were probably followers of the god of salt.
How did they become this way?
What in the world is hidden deep in this ruin?
Kann ich nicht betrachten. Okay.
By royal decree.
Wieso ist jetzt Zhongli bei mir auf der 4?
No rest.
Das ist alles um eins verschoben, ob ich mich daran gewöhnen kann. Aber sein Speer ist viel stärker. Gefällt mir. Was wird auch gar nicht erklärt. Wie sollte man das wissen, wenn man da nicht sofort drauf kommt? Nicht? Er ist in eine ernste Handlung gebannt. Nein, vielleicht hat er auch Angst. Ehrfurcht wahrscheinlich.
Look at this. It's filled halfway with salt.
Oh, it just looks like a fancy salt holder. Seems like the god of salt was a god lacking in treasures.
According to my knowledge, it's no ordinary vessel. Although it is only half full, it is also forever half full. That is to say, it is bottomless.
What? You're saying that even if I pour the salt out, the amount inside won't change?
Exactly.
Able to produce endless salt. The god of salt is powerful indeed.
Finally, after all that effort, I've found precious treasure. I claim this as mine. I just need to pour the endless salt into 1,000 or 10,000 bags. I can sell it and make a fortune.
Hey, how can you use a relic of the god of salt for such a shallow pursuit?
If Mr. Clement wants this salt chalice, then the next object we find will belong to Miss Wanyan,
Oh, was das
according
wohl
to the
sein wird.
contract agreed upon.
Of course, as we agreed. But how can anything be worth more than this rare find?
Since we have a contract, it's no use for me to fight with him.
Then let's move on, shall we?
Oh, der Dungeon gefällt mir richtig.
Quake!
So. Oh.
Just a simple ruler. It doesn't look to be worth
Hast du
anything.
schon beim ersten Mal gesagt.
This, if I remember correctly, this is some kind of measuring tool.
Indeed. But the god of salt imbued it with another power. When you stick this ruler in the ground, the surrounding area will become covered in salt, much like a rising tide covers the earth. The deeper it is stuck in the ground, the more salt will appear. It is essentially a bumper harvest of salt.
What? That's even better than the salt chalice.
Ja, was du nicht sagst.
Well then, according to our contract, the salt ruler goes to Miss Wanyan.
No, unacceptable. I paid for and organized this entire expedition. Why should I get the short end of the stick?
Du kannst uns den Seichkelch geben und wir schupfen dich in den Abgrund. Guter Deal?
And this girl has been useless. Why would she get anything?
So you are saying you want to break the contract?
So what if I break it? Now that I've seen how the mechanisms in this ruin work, I no longer need you. Let's not forget who hired who here. Why should I let you make the rules?
Because you agreed to a contract. Rex Lapis once said, ones who break their contracts shall suffer the wrath of the rock.
Okay.
That is one of your Liyue gods. I am from Snezhnaya. I
Will suffer the wrath of the rock. You may find it rather unpleasant.
stabilize.
Odds reveal. Everybody stand back.
Los, Fische. So, Leute, das war's mit dem zweiten Teil vom Legendenauftrag von Zhongli. Falls es euch gefallen hat, schaut gerne beim nächsten Mal vorbei. Wie ich auch immer sage, wenn ihr Vorschläge habt, Kritik oder so, schreibt das gerne in die Kommentare. Und ansonsten passt auf euch auf und bis zum nächsten Mal.